Welcome to Laboratory of Dreams.
Welcome, dear friends and dreamers, to another enchanting episode on the Lab of Dreams channel. Today, we invite you to a place far away from the ordinary, a world brimming with magic, joy, and the spirit of the holidays. This is no ordinary adventure, for we are about to enter the heart of the North Pole, where the most extraordinary preparations for Christmas are underway. In a hidden corner of the world, shrouded in shimmering northern lights and blanketed in snow, lies a bustling factory like no other. This isn't just any factory, it's the center of Christmas magic, run by the most diligent and cheerful beings you could ever meet, the Elves. These aren't ordinary elves. They are the unsung heroes of Christmas, the masterminds behind the joyous celebrations that light up our world each year. As the snow gently falls and the stars twinkle in the polar sky, these elves are hard at work. Their mission? To bring happiness to children all around the globe. With their nimble fingers, bright eyes, and hearts full of cheer, they craft, wrap, and prepare an endless array of gifts. From the simplest of toys to the most intricate gadgets, each gift is made with love and care. But this year is a special one. Santa Claus, the beloved figure known to all, has entrusted the entire operation to our elf friends. It's an enormous responsibility, and the elves are bubbling with excitement and a touch of nervous anticipation. Will they be able to fulfill the wishes of all the children? Can they ensure that this Christmas is as magical as ever? Join us as we step into this wondrous world. Meet Tinker, with his inventive genius, Jolly, with her impeccable organization skills, Whisper, who understands every child's wish, Dash, the swiftest of them all, and Blink, the wise and guiding light of the factory. Together, they embark on a journey filled with challenges, creativity, and the true spirit of Christmas. So gather around, get comfortable, and let your imagination soar as we tell the tale of elves at work, the great Christmas preparation. It's a story of teamwork, determination, and the joy of giving, a heart-warming adventure that will light up your hearts and fill you with the wonder of the holiday season. Welcome to the magical world of the elves. Our story begins now. In the heart of the North Pole, where the snow never stops dancing and the stars twinkle like diamonds in the night sky, there lies a place filled with wonder and laughter. This is the home of Santa's elves, a magnificent factory where dreams are crafted into reality and the spirit of Christmas comes to life. As the first light of dawn breaks over the snowy horizon, the factory, a marvel of elfish engineering and magic, is already buzzing with activity. It's a sprawling complex of workshops, each dedicated to different aspects of Christmas preparation. The walls are adorned with sparkling lights, and the air is filled with the scent of pine and the sound of cheerful, elfish chatter. In the heart of the factory, we meet our young elf, Tinker. Tinker isn't your average elf. He's a whirlwind of ideas and inventions. His workshop is a kaleidoscope of gadgets and gizmos, each more fascinating than the last. Today, Tinker is especially excited, his eyes shining with determination and joy. This year, Santa has entrusted the elves with an even greater responsibility, managing the entire Christmas preparation. Next to Tinker's workshop is the domain of Jolly, the master organizer. Her space is a stark contrast to Tinker's, meticulously arranged with lists, plans, and schedules covering the walls. Jolly is the one who makes sure that every toy is accounted for, every gift is wrapped perfectly, and nothing is ever out of place. Nearby, Whisper, the elf who knows the hearts of children, is carefully reading through piles of letters from all around the world. Her task is to understand each child's wish and ensure it's fulfilled. Her eyes sparkle with compassion and love as she translates each wish into a plan of action. Then there's Dash, the swiftest elf in the North Pole. Dash's role is crucial. He ensures that every gift reaches the right place at the right time. His workshop is a hub of maps and transport routes, a testament to his incredible speed and efficiency. And overseeing it all is Blink, the oldest and wisest of the elves. Blink has been part of the factory since its very beginning. His knowledge and experience are unparalleled, and he serves as a mentor and guide to the younger elves, especially in challenging times. As the sun rises higher, the factory is a symphony of sounds and colors. Elves scurry about, carrying toys, wrapping gifts, and ticking off lists. There's a sense of urgency, but also of joy and excitement. This year's Christmas is going to be special, and everyone can feel it. But just as the day's work begins to hit its stride, Tinker stumbles upon a problem. A critical machine in the toy assembly line has malfunctioned, and the backlog of toys is growing by the minute. Tinker's mind races. He needs to fix this, and fast. Jolly, noticing the commotion, rushes over. Together, they assess the situation. It's going to take all of Tinker's ingenuity and Jolly's organizational skills to solve this. The clock is ticking, and the elves know that every moment counts. As Tinker dives into the mechanics of the machine, Jolly begins reorganizing the workflow to manage the delay. The other elves rally around, ready to lend a hand. There's a sense of camaraderie and teamwork that fills the air, a reminder that no challenge is too big when they work together. In this flurry of activity, our story truly begins. A tale of elves, magic, and the indomitable spirit of Christmas. It's a journey of challenges and triumphs, of laughter and teamwork, and above all, the joy of bringing happiness to children all over the world. As the morning turned into afternoon in the bustling elf factory, Tinker and Jolly found themselves in the midst of a growing dilemma. The toy assembly machine, a marvel of elfish engineering, was still stubbornly refusing to cooperate. The backlog of toys was becoming worrisome, and the atmosphere in the factory was tinged with a hint of unease. Tinker, with his forehead furrowed in concentration, was buried under a tangle of wires and gears. His hands moved deftly, making adjustments here and there, trying every trick he knew to bring the machine back to life. Jolly stood by, her clipboard in hand, her mind racing through various backup plans and schedules. Meanwhile, Whisper, ever attuned to the emotions of those around her, sensed the growing tension. She left her letter-reading duties for a moment and approached Tinker and Jolly. "Is there anything I can do to help?" she asked, her voice like a soothing melody. Just then, Dash zipped into the scene, his eyes wide with concern. "The toy storage room is almost full, and we're running out of space for the finished products," he exclaimed. It was clear that the situation needed a quick and effective solution. It was in this moment of crisis that Tinker had a spark of inspiration. "What if we don't rely solely on the machine?" he suggested. "We can set up a manual assembly line. It'll require more hands, but it might just be our best shot at catching up." Jolly's eyes lit up at the idea. "That's brilliant, Tinker. We can reorganize the teams and create a workflow that maximizes efficiency. It'll be like the old days, before all the fancy machinery." The plan was set into motion. Blink, hearing about the new strategy, offered his wisdom to fine-tune the process. "Let's make sure every elf knows their role. We need precision and teamwork," he advised, his voice steady and reassuring. The factory transformed as elves from different departments came together, forming an impromptu assembly line. Tinker and Jolly coordinated the efforts, assigning tasks based on each elf's strengths. Whisper took charge of quality control, ensuring each toy was crafted with care and love. Dash, with his unparalleled speed, darted up and down the line, delivering parts and toys to the right places. The air in the factory was charged with a renewed sense of purpose. Elves worked side by side, their hands moving in a rhythm of efficiency and harmony. Laughter and chatter filled the room, blending with the sounds of manual toy-making. It was a scene straight out of an old Christmas tale, where the magic of the holidays was not just in the gifts, but in the spirit of the people who made them. As the day turned into evening, the once overwhelming backlog began to diminish. The pile of letters waiting for Whisper's attention grew smaller, and the storage room managed by Dash had more space for incoming toys. The crisis was averted, not by a single miracle or invention, but by the collective effort and ingenuity of all the elves. Exhausted but exhilarated, Tinker wiped the sweat from his brow and looked around at the smiling faces of his fellow elves. Jolly, with a satisfied nod, updated her lists, her eyes shining with pride. They had done it. They had pulled together and overcome a significant hurdle. But the work was far from over. There were still many toys to be made and many children's wishes to fulfill. As the elves tidied up for the night, ready to resume their tasks the next day, there was a palpable sense of accomplishment and unity. They had proven that even without their high-tech machinery, they could achieve great things. The spirit of Christmas, after all, was about much more than just gadgets and efficiency. It was about heart, determination, and the joy of bringing happiness to others. In the heart of the North Pole, under the twinkling stars and the soft glow of the northern lights, the elves of the Grand Gift Factory closed another day of hard work. Their mission was clear, and their resolve was stronger than ever. With teamwork and a little bit of elfish magic, they were determined to make this Christmas one to remember. As the moon climbed high over the North Pole, casting a silvery glow over the snow-covered landscape, the elf factory was alive with a different kind of magic. The night shift, a time of quiet determination and twinkling starlight, had begun. Inside the factory, Tinker, Jolly, Whisper, Dash, and the rest of the elves were facing a new set of challenges. With the main assembly machine still out of commission, they had to rely entirely on their manual operations. The elves worked tirelessly, their hands swift and precise, their spirits fueled by the countless wishes waiting to be fulfilled. Tinker, his inventive mind never at rest, was busy improvising tools and gadgets to aid their manual work. His latest creation, a set of multifunctional pliers, was a hit among the elves, making their work easier and more efficient. Jolly, ever the organizer, coordinated the workflow, her eyes scanning the room, ensuring everything was running smoothly. Meanwhile, Whisper had taken on an additional role. She sat at a small desk, illuminated by a single candle, penning responses to the children's letters. Each letter was a promise, a note of hope and joy, and Whisper poured her heart into every word she wrote. Dash, with his unmatched speed, darted in and out of the factory, delivering completed toys to the storage area and bringing back supplies. His energy was infectious, and his occasional whoops of excitement lifted the elves' spirits. But the night was not without its trials. A sudden shortage of red paint caused a halt in the production of toy fire trucks, a favorite among many children. Jolly's system of checks and balances quickly identified the problem, and a call for a solution echoed through the factory. It was Blink who came up with the answer. "Let's use the berries from the frostberry bushes outside," he suggested. "Their juice makes a perfect red dye, and it's completely natural." A group of elves, led by Tinker and Jolly, ventured out into the cold night, their mission clear. The frostberry bushes were a short trek from the factory, their branches heavy with bright red berries. Working together, the elves gathered the berries, their laughter and chatter a melody in the quiet of the night. Back in the factory, the berry juice proved to be an excellent substitute. The toy fire trucks were painted a vibrant red, their color even more special because of its natural origin. The elves felt a renewed sense of accomplishment, a reminder that sometimes the simplest solutions were the most effective. As the night wore on, the factory became a place of dreams and determination. Each elf, in their own way, contributed to the magic of Christmas. Tinker's inventions, Jolly's organization, Whisper's heartfelt letters, Dash's swift deliveries, and Blink's wisdom all came together in a beautiful tapestry of teamwork and dedication. When dawn began to break, painting the sky in hues of pink and orange, the elves prepared to hand over their duties to the morning shift. They were tired but fulfilled, their hearts full of the joy that comes from doing something meaningful. As they left the factory, the first light of the sun glinting off the snow, they looked back at the building that was more than just a workplace. It was a place of magic, of dreams coming true, a place where the spirit of Christmas was alive and well. In Elves at Work, the great Christmas preparation, every night was a journey, a testament to the elves' commitment to bringing happiness to children all around the world. And as each night turned into day, the elves knew that their hard work and creativity were creating a holiday season that would be remembered for years to come. With the arrival of another crisp, clear morning at the North Pole, the elves of the Grand Gift Factory embraced a new day of challenges and triumphs. The factory was a hive of activity, buzzing with the energy and enthusiasm that only the holiday season could inspire. On this particular morning, Tinker had an idea that would add a special touch to this year's Christmas preparations. "What if we include a personal note with each gift?" he proposed to his fellow elves during their morning meeting. "A little message to show each child that we care." The idea was met with resounding approval. Whisper, with her innate ability to understand the hearts of children, took the lead in this new endeavor. She began crafting short, sweet notes, each one tailored to the gift and the child who would receive it. These notes were not just words on paper, they were messages of warmth and affection, carrying the spirit of the North Pole with them. Jolly, ever the organizer, coordinated the logistics of integrating these notes into the packaging process. She worked closely with Tinker, who invented a small stamping machine that could efficiently add the notes to the gift wrapping without slowing down the workflow. Meanwhile, Dash found himself busier than ever, zipping around the factory, ensuring that each department had what they needed to keep up with the additional task. His energy and enthusiasm were infectious, spreading a renewed sense of purpose among the elves. Blink, observing the proceedings with a smile, felt a deep sense of pride. The elves weren't just preparing gifts, they were spreading joy and love, the very essence of Christmas. He watched as the younger elves, inspired by the new project, worked with even greater care and attention to detail. As the day progressed, a sense of unity and joy filled the factory. Elves from different departments came together to help with the note writing and packaging. The factory, already a place of magic and wonder, became a space where the true meaning of Christmas was being celebrated in every action and gesture. Outside the factory, the world of the North Pole was a winter wonderland, a dazzling display of nature's beauty. But inside, it was a world of warmth and light, a beacon of the holiday spirit. That evening, as the elves gathered to review the day's work, they found a surprise waiting for them. In the center of the factory floor stood a magnificent Christmas tree, decorated with twinkling lights, sparkling ornaments, and a bright star at the top. It was a gift from Santa himself, a token of appreciation for all their hard work and dedication. The tree brought the elves together, reminding them of the joy and wonder that their efforts were bringing to the world. They gathered around the tree, sharing stories, singing carols, and reveling in the festive spirit. It was a moment of pure happiness, a celebration of their collective achievement. As they left the factory that night, the elves looked back at the glowing Christmas tree, a symbol of their hard work and the magic they were creating. They knew that the days leading up to Christmas would be filled with more challenges, but they also knew that they were part of something truly special. In Elves at Work, the great Christmas preparation, every day was an opportunity to bring happiness to others. And as the elves of the Grand Gift Factory continued their preparations, they did so with hearts full of joy, knowing that they were spreading the true spirit of Christmas around the world. As the stars twinkled brightly in the clear night sky above the North Pole, the Grand Gift Factory of the Elves stood silent for a moment, its lights dimming as the final day of preparation came to an end. The elves, weary but filled with a deep sense of accomplishment, gathered one last time in the factory's main hall. Tinker, Jolly, Whisper, Dash, and Blink stood at the front, looking out at their fellow elves. They had done it. Together, they had faced challenges and overcome them with ingenuity, teamwork, and an unwavering spirit of joy. The gifts were ready, each one imbued with love and care, waiting to be delivered to children around the world. Blink stepped forward, his eyes twinkling as he addressed the gathering. My dear friends, we have once again shown what we can achieve when we work together. Each toy, each note, each carefully wrapped gift is a testament to our dedication and the magic of Christmas. The elves cheered, their faces glowing with pride and happiness. They had worked tirelessly, pouring their hearts into every task, and now they could enjoy the fruits of their labor. Tinker, with his inventive spark, Jolly, with her impeccable planning, Whisper, with her heartfelt messages, Dash, with his boundless energy, and Blink, with his wise guidance, had led the way. But it was the effort of every single elf that made this Christmas preparation a success. As the elves left the factory, heading to their cozy homes in the village, the factory lights dimmed, and the Christmas tree in the center of the hall shone brighter, a beacon of the holiday spirit. And so, our story comes to a close. The elves of the North Pole had once again worked their magic, ensuring that Christmas would be a time of joy and wonder for children all over the world. Thank you, dear listeners, for joining us on this enchanting journey in Elves at Work, the Great Christmas Preparation. We hope this story has filled your hearts with the warmth and joy of the holiday season. If you enjoyed this tale, we invite you to explore more stories here at the Lab of Dreams. Each story is a new adventure, a new world to discover, and a new dream to cherish. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more magical stories and enchanting adventures. Your support and engagement mean the world to us. Until our next story, we wish you sweet dreams and magical nights. Goodbye, and keep dreaming.